So family is family, whether it's the one you start out with or the one you end up with, or the family you gain along the way. There's blood family, but there's more than that. Today, I'm connected to people I grew up with. I'm connected with people I went to elementary school. That's a family for me. I'm connected with people I went to secondary school with. That's a family setup for me. I'm connected with people I went to university with. That's a family setup for me. I'm connected to people from the place I used to work 28 years ago. That's a family for me. I'm connected to people that still work where I work, and people that some have retired, but we come together in one group. That's a family for me, and there's some of the gain in each of those ones, and the same requirement, they're the same requirement for the vibrancy, or the benefit, or the strength of each family, holds, is that trust, is each one carrying their own weight, you know. We're recently raising some money at my university for one of our uh, engineers, we who ran into this headers issue, and he's needing to he had an incident, and we just had to come around to help him to resuscitate. That's what family does, it's one for all for one. Uh, so family is anyone who loves you unconditionally. So says a quote, family is a place where you are seen, you're heard, and you're loved. You're seen, you're heard, you are understood, and you are loved. It's a family. It's a place where your heart finds rest, right? Every place where your heart finds rest is family, right? The people in the place where your heart finds rest are your family, right? So just like the scripture will say, wherever the treasure is, there will a heart be. Wherever the family is, there will the heart be, you know? So family is God's idea, not human idea. You need to remember that. It's not a human concoction. It was God's idea to form a family. He said it is not good for man to be alone. Man needs a family, so he then takes the loners and puts them in families, right? You cannot survive in this life without a family. You cannot survive on your own in this life. You need people, support mechanism. I just shared with a friend yesterday, just telling him how all the things that I do through people, right? I have a thriving business. It's not me, you know. I have workers, I have different people that are doing things for me and they make the difference. I can't be everywhere. I can be in Lagos and in Ogun State. I can be traveling along that road all the time. The risk involved, there's exposure to life, but if you have people, you can walk through them, right? You can walk with them. And then distance is no barrier. Distance goes away, right? We come alive when we belong to a family. Family is any place where you come alive, where you feel yourself. You are not forced, or you don't feel a sense or a need to wear a mask. Wherever you feel a sense or a need to wear a mask, it's not a family. Wherever you don't need a sense to or need to wear a mask, it's family, right? Because families are the people that allow you to be yourself. They know you, and they accept you as you are, right? So beyond the physical features that we inherit from our biological parent, we acquire habits, perspectives, and models of behavior from family members, right? You learn that from family members. So, so families being open and clear about one's experience offers an opportunity for another person to be helpful. In a family, if we're authentic, it's important to be authentic. I posted something during last week, and someone said, it was about mentoring, mentoring, and someone said that it's important for the mentor, not to sell who is not. Just like some parents will always say, oh, when I was in school, I was always a number first. If everybody was first, who was second? but we need to give realistic examples to our mentees. Be truthful. You don't have to be the first to be a mentor. You can even be a failure to be a mentor. You can mentor people how not to fail, right? So it helps. It helps the dynamics and the growth of the family if those that are ahead or if everyone is sincere. Again, trust is a big pillar here when we talk about family. So a critical link between childhood experience and positive adult social connection is our ability to process emotions. As we grow up, wherever you find ourselves, ability to process different emotions that come around us, helps us in adulthood. Unfortunately, people try to circumvent that by exposing us to things that we should not be exposed to at an early age. There's what we call the age of innocence, right? But in the age of innocence, you are assumed to be innocent, but people are taking that away by going to kindergarten to want to teach them about sexuality, at that age, and we're already trying to, as it were, pollute their innocent mind, right? Until someone is old enough to be able to reason, be able to look at two different ideas, right? And choose one as against the other without being biased. That is maturity. That is maturity. Until then, we guide children, we parent children, we don't expose them to the things they cannot understand. And even if we do that, we do it in little bits in such a way that it doesn't overwhelm them, right? So, but the normal growth, we're supposed to get exposed to things in little bits, not sudden life changes. That is not natural process, right? A critical link between childhood experience and positive adult social connection is our ability to process emotions. If I feel like this, is because, or I feel like this, how does it relate with this? There are some people who have not learned that. In scripture, the last verses of Hebrews chapter 5 tells us that the mature person is the person who has learned, to be able to discern between good and evil. They've developed their senses to discern between good and evil by reason of usage. By reason of usage, right? We can learn that. But there are people who have not matured emotionally, right? And they don't know how to process the feelings that they have. For instance, when any athlete wants to go into performance, you start having butterflies in your stomach. And there are two different ways you can define that. You can reframe that. Champions reframe it as a feeling, a preparation to win. Losers probably see it as handwriting on the wall saying that they are going to lose, and each gets what they are asking for, right? One begins to fret, the other one begins to rejoice because it sees it, reframes it as a readiness to win, a readiness to go and compete, right? It is from our relationship as children, especially our relationship with our family, that we first learn what to expect from others, right? We will learn what to expect from others by what we expect from our parents, our siblings, right? Those are the ones that teach us what life is, how life is supposed to be lived. And then we use that example to go live the life, right? Nature and nurture, hereditary and environmental, parenting, peers, and peers are all tightly woven together. All have served to mold each of us into the adults we are today, right? Those different things make us who we are. Uh, blood does not, blood does not family make. Those are relatives. Family are those with whom you share your good, bad, ugly, and still love one another in the end. those are the ones you those are the ones you select. It's just families are the people you can, do life with, without feeling ashamed or less than you are. Right. So move on to the chapter 9. It's talking about relationship in the workplace, and William Alter Ward's quote is what carried on through the whole of that chapter, and just said, judge each day not by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds you plant. Judge each day, each your working day, right? Not by what you went to collect, or what did you sow? What difference did you make? What did you sow into your education? What did you sow into your network? Right? That determines your life, right? Uh, that determines your life. Like Jim Rohn will put it, says work more hard on yourself than on your job. Work on developing yourself, because you cannot produce anything better than who you are. You can only, you can only grow to the level, the extent, the limit of who you are as a person, right? So we may not always get to choose what we do for a living, but making work for us may be more possible than we think. It's that place where life is what it is. You are in the workplace, and this is what you have to do in the workplace, or you are told to do, right? It's making the best of that. It's enjoying doing it, right? It's not to be stuck in one way or the other, but you can make whatever task it is. Mostly, it's not a charity job. You get paid for it. You can have fun while doing it. You can have fun while doing it, and do it in such a way that it will be a blessing to you, right? So you can make work for you. You can. It's just like when it says, if you don't like what you're looking at, you can look at it another way, right? So having a meaningful job makes us happier and healthier, right? Having a meaningful job makes us happier and healthier when we're on top of the job, when we enjoy the job. Like, I get to tell people, right, that I work for free because I enjoy what I do, right? Because I enjoy what I do. I don't do it as if for the reason of pain. I just enjoy it. The job on its own fills me up. It's good to get paid all the same because I have bills to pay, but I enjoy my work. And that's what we all should do. Enjoy our work, because it forms a big part of our life. You know, let's enjoy that big part of our life. Our life becomes a waste, right? So everyone is important. Everyone can have a meaningful impact, and everyone deserves to be seen, to be heard, and valued, right? So says Shola Richard, right? Everyone at work, is important. If we treat everybody like that, then we'll have a mutual respect, and we'll create the right environment to enjoy work, right? Our time at work affects our time at home. Our time at home affects our time at work. It's our relationship in both places that form the foundation of that interplay, right? So it's working on those relationships, because they affect one another. If I'm having trouble at work, I can get transferred home. If I'm having trouble at home, it can get transferred to the workplace. But we want to work on those relationships that neither will control us negatively. Our time at work affects, you know, and onto the last slide, it says, for many of us at a deeper emotional level, work is where we feel that we matter to our workmates, to our customers, even to our families, because we are providing for them. Work is a place where we feel we matter, so we might as well make the best of it, right? When that sense of matching is gone, like when we retire, we might need to find new ways, to get that sense of matching again, and that behooves us to prepare before that time comes. But even when that time comes, we can make adjustments. I'm getting to retire soon, so I have a lot of adjustments, and I see I have a lot more to do, right? But I'll never get to a point where work will be the master over me. I have to be the master of our work. And to do that, you have to be several steps above the you have to be several steps above, right? You have to think ahead. You have to be you have to be innovative. You have to be intentional, proactive, right? So each person must work their own way of mattering to others, right? You sow the right seeds, in people's emotional bank account. They are always going to respect you, right? They're always going to love you. And we all can do that. We all can do that. We can take charge of our walking life, and be a blessing, be a blessing, be a blessing so that people will miss us when we leave, you know. Uh, that's all I have. That pretty much covers chapter 9. And I'm gonna stop there.